I never understood why people can't just sit back and appreciate greatness, because that is exactly what the career of Serena Williams has been. 23 singles Grand Slams title, an all-time record, recently beating out Steffi Graf's 22. We know Federer only has 18. To me, she's the greatest women's player of all time. And this debate that seems to have raged on of, is she the best player of all time? Which men could she beat? I don't know why we feel the necessity to squeeze a round peg into a square hole. And John McEnroe recently, I think, really made a mistake when he was on his book tour talking to NPR and said, look, I really respect Serena Williams. I respect her mental toughness. I think she's the greatest women's player of all time. But if she played the men's circuit, she'd be ranked 700th. Look, Mac's entitled to his opinion, and he's always been an outspoken guy. It's part of what I've loved about John McEnroe. I've always sort of been attracted to the bad boys of tennis like Andre Agassi and John McEnroe. And John McEnroe has toed that line beautifully throughout his career of being outspoken, pissing certain people off, but being just opinionated enough without totally crossing the line. In my opinion, this crosses the line. What good does it do to say that Serena Williams would be ranked 700th if she played the men's tour? She's never going to play the men's tour. So what does it matter? And to me, it rubs her legacy into the mud and drags it through the mud by saying she'd be 700th if she was on the men's tour. For me, this is all about selling books. John McEnroe has written a new book. He's written books before. Here's the latest, But Seriously. And I think all of this has to do to get his name in the headlines, make some preposterous statement that has people talking about McEnroe, so eventually he could sell another couple copies of his book. If you know anything about McEnroe, a New York sports icon, a tennis legend, his words, his insight should be enough to sell books. He's incredibly opinionated and incredibly entertaining. I'd read the book. Now, just because of what he said, I'm not going to read the book because I'm sick of people dragging other people through the mud and tarnishing their peers just to sell damn copies of a book. Why do we have to stoop to that level? We saw it with George Karl, when George Karl seemed to take everyone who's ever played for him or any other coach and taking real shots at Kenyon Martin and Carmelo Anthony. For what? What good does it do? Why crap on someone else to make yourself feel better or sell an extra couple copies of your book? McEnroe, you're already rich. You're going to sell copies of your book. So why talk about Serena and say she'd be ranked 700th? You can have your opinion, and maybe you're right. Maybe if she played the men's circuit, she would be ranked 700th, but we'll never know. And in the comforts of your own living room, if you want to have a conversation with your brother Patrick or one of your tennis peer friends, fine. But when you're on NPR and you say this for the world to hear, young tennis fans, young tennis women playing, and you kind of smear Serena, I'm sorry. I can't get behind that. And you just lost a sale of your copy of your new stupid book. The best idea ever tonight, can't you sell books without smearing your peers? Mac, come on, I'm looking at you.
Make that he lost 2 sales. I don't know if you're in 3 sales.
3 sales indeed.
3 sales. That woman, do you see her backhands while she was in her 3rd trimester, CT? That's 7 months pregnant. The woman's on the tennis court swinging her racket.
Oh, she's impressive.
Oh
she's
my gosh.
one of the best to ever do it, for
700th, no chance. Try number 1.